Hi, thanks for stopping by Christy's Crafty Corner. This is Christy, and I was out today with my family shopping in Shrewsbury. Went to several stores along the way, so I wanted to show you some of the treasures that I found. We started off going to a scrapbooking store in Westford. It's called Ink About It. Today was their final day. They are closing, so almost everything in the store was 75% off. There wasn't a lot left, though I did find a couple of things to pick up. This first thing is called Twinkling H2Os. It's a pot. You wet it with a brush and then you pick up the color. I've never used them before. I just tried some for the first time, and it gave a really pretty antique looking wash to these flowers. Let me see if I can find one to give you an idea. This is what the color was like before, and then this is what it was like after I colored them. This is for a project that I have coming up for the Cutting Cafe, so I wanted to try that. I also found, actually my daughter found these sweet little crown charms. Let me see if you can, they're actually pretty small. Some of these are super tiny. So there were 3 of the bigger crowns and 5 of the smaller crowns in the package. I'm sure that I can find some project to put these on. Something with my mom is coming to mind, so I'll have to figure that out for her because I know she'd like it. And then because they were 75% off, I did get 2 of these. Put this aside, so it's just, figured you can always use a keyhole, the turnkey, and then this cool looking thing. So I did get 2 of those. So it's always sad when you see a local store closing. They're doing something. A woman came in and she's taking over and modifying the business and keeping the name. Not completely sure what she's doing, but I am on the mailing list, so hopefully she'll keep in touch. Also today we went to an antique mart. In my story there, as I pour these out, oh my goodness, in one of the booths the woman had this fantastic large glass apothecary jar and the price tag on it, and it was filled with all of these buttons and buckles and all these great items. She had a $20 price tag on the jar, and so I kind of looked at it and it was moving along, and she told me that I could pick it up and look at it if I wanted to, so I did. And she said that she would be willing to sell the jar and the buttons for $10. So I was taking a closer look at the buttons that were in the jar. And she was funny. She said, you know, if all you want is the buttons, she said, and not the jar, you get $5. So I said, sold. Then I had to go find my husband so I could get he had all my money. So, but there's some really cool things that'll look great on some upcoming projects. So as you can see, I was pretty happy with all of the buttons that were in the jar. It's hard to find, I think, interesting buttons. There's some that are mixed in that are regular, but almost all of them have some kind of great look to it. So I was really happy. And in there was also these buckles that I figured these can definitely go on to some project So they will be fabulous. The key that I put on with these buckles, the key actually came from the last place I want to show you. Or no, one of the last places. It was a flea market down there, and my daughter actually picked up a whole stack of those skeleton keys. I think she said for $12. And she did give me one. I do have a project where I thought I could use it coming up, and she took some buckles out of that stack. The other thing that I found at the Antique Mart was this old alarm clock. I thought it was great. I'm going to take it apart, get all the insides out, so I thought that would get me all set up for gears and cogs. So I can't wait to take this apart and see what it looks like inside, but I think it's just fabulous. At the flea market down there, I found another old alarm clock. So I picked that up too. I got this first. So I'll see what this is like inside and take that apart. And then at the same place that I got that last alarm clock, it's a woman who sells all this vintage and costume jewelry. I had gone a couple of weeks ago and picked up, she had a lot of things that I picked up, and I love to get them and take it apart and use them on projects. So I just wanted to show you what I picked up today at her place. First, I got this great bracelet that has, first of all, I like the beads. There's some filigree, solid silver beads. There's bead caps. But there's a ton of charms. Angels, hearts, cherubs. So I thought that I'll be able to put this to some good use. I also had found this bracelet, which is stretchy. This will be very easy to take apart. But I thought individually, here, these elements are going to look fantastic on a project. So I got those bracelets, and then right before I left, I know just what I'm going to do with this. I found, you see this? This is fantastic, and look, to make charms. Part of my work is already done for me, but I thought this was great and a great find, plus a fair amount of chain that I'll have after I'm done. And the same thing, the lady was laughing at me. I had a hard time leaving her booth today. This with the black and white, same kind of thing. These are great dangles and a great chain. I also picked up this necklace, which I thought these beads were kind of fun. I'll be able to take it apart and use those on a project. That'll look great. And then, give me just a second with these, what she actually did, which was very nice. She tied them up for me. Oh, and she tied it in a bow, which is even better. So I thought I was going to have to cut a knot off. Let's see here. So I thought this was some fantastic filigree, some great coral beads. Can put this to good use. A nice length of chain. This might even be a belt. Well, maybe not. So I thought this was great. Let me see how these are put in here. What I will do with these is I just cut them apart. I love the colors in this. I thought the spring colors were fantastic, with the amethyst colored and the jade and the blue and the pearls. I'll just cut all of these apart, and I have a jar that I'll show you in just a minute that I keep everything in, and when I do a project I take out the jar and take a look around at that. Let me see. This, I got these for the red beads. I thought they were fantastic. Let me show those to you with the gold filigree and those huge chunky red beads. But this is a triple strand necklace, so I'm sure that these will come in very handy, the gold ones. So this is it's a very pale lilac with a deeper purple. And it's nice because then you get the different sizes, so you can play around with that. And this, I save all the hardware as well. So this is nice. We can use this on a project, but then I'll keep this intact, which is a great head start on a charm. Can use it there. I keep those in a separate container. Let's see what else I've got. This is another one. This will be great to use for charms, for dangles, great chain, different colors, but all in the same family of the beads. This is another multi-strand necklace, so that'll work out great. This, I thought the colors, this black, gray, the colors were fantastic, and then the chain on the end, and again this lobster claw, were just fantastic. Then after some digging I found, and I think these are so pretty, the bracelet and the necklace. So these great pearl beads, 2 different sizes that I'll be able to use on a project, which is fantastic. Another great sweet little necklace. Oh, this one was fun. When I found this, I saw the chain and I liked the chain, and then I noticed it had the sets of 3 pearls, but the end of it I thought was great. That was a great, almost like a tassel with the pearls on the end. So I could see doing a lot of stuff with that. Let me get these last. I only have a couple more left from here. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get them separated so I can show you. So there's black sparkle beads, some black filigree, and then small black beads. So I thought that was very pretty. I can't tell if this is one chain or two. I think it's one. And it's all twisted, but this darker color bead I thought was really pretty. So I'll take those apart. That'll look great on some projects. And what I do, once I take them apart, just so you can see, I have a jar that I fill up. I actually have a necklace in here that I got from the same lady the last time I went to go see her. Some pearls. So I will cut it apart and just fill up this jar with all this amazing goodness that I found. I think I spent $20 with her today for the alarm clock and all of these necklaces and bracelets. And I thought, you can't go into the store and buy all these beads and chain and all this great stuff for $20. At least I can't. And then the last place that I went to at the flea market, I found some really fun earrings. So that's a pair. This is a great pair. I can't wait, I'm sure, that I'll be able to find the perfect little spot for them. So I'll just take off the, like these are earrings. I'll take these apart so I can use them on a project so they can lay flat. I like the purple with the silver, and then just, he had some random pieces that had come off of necklaces. So this great clock face. I thought this was a really pretty pendant from a necklace, and a great looking brooch that he had. So with him I spent $5 for this, but I thought they were some really special pieces that'll make for some great, add some great detail to my projects. So we've talked about the flea market, we've talked about the antique market, where I got this jewelry. Then the family and I got to go out to lunch. This is all spending time with my daughter. She goes, her spring break is over, so she's back to school. She starts classes up again next week. She's been home for a week, so we got to spend the day with her. We went out to lunch to Five Guys, which was nice. My husband and I just only recently discovered Five Guys, so we had a great time, and we discovered Five Guys in Shrewsbury the last time we were down. And when we left there, we saw there's a store called Dollar and More. There's another part to the name, and I don't remember. I'm sorry. It does say it's a Dollar and More store. I can't find anything in there for $1, just FYI. But they did have some really neat things today. First thing I wanted to show you, they were $1.79. Might need to pull this back up a little bit. They're cigar boxes, and I did get two, so I got this one and this one. They're empty. You had to kind of dig through a little bit. They were $1.79. Some of them were warped and out of shape, but I thought they would be fabulous to alter. So I picked up 2 of those. Let me just pull up. Everything that we got there. And I will say some of the stuff that I picked up at the Dollar or More store, my daughter's already laid claim to it, so I packed it up in her suitcases. These are just some bling buttons, embellishments. They were $1.99. This was a package of, I think they're supposed to be that chunky confetti that you can scatter around, except they're tiny little keys, and I had never seen them as keys before, and I think that I know there's a lot of us that look for keys. I found a whole package of those, so I bought the package and split it and gave half to my daughter. I think that was $1.99 for the package. In there they had a multi-pack of zip top bags, which I'm always looking for different sizes of zip top bags, so I did pick up some of those. Oh, the scatter decor was $1.39, and it was 50 pieces, so 50 of those keys. I found a 6-pack of zippers. I just had seen someone make a tag with a zipper, and I thought for $1.79 to get 6 zippers, I thought that was a pretty good deal. And then this is 2 6x8 artist canvas. So I've been wanting to try doing a canvas. So it was $1.99, so $1 a canvas. I figured I could try it with that. So, and I think that that's it. I had a great day shopping. I had a great day with my family, and I think I picked up some fun things. Thank you for stopping by today. I appreciate it. Have a great time. Bye.